want to take the anxiety out of sex? Fucking be a Swede. Go down on that puss first.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. What up, chicken heads? Whoop, whoop, chicken head. Whoop, whoop, chicken.
I've been rewatching that, by the way. I think the later seasons are funnier than they get credit for.
The Netflix seasons?
Yeah.
Heavens to Betsy, John.
I think it's just like
No.
I think people just like to hate the new thing.
I think you're
I'm not saying they're like, oh no, season 1 and 2 are like unbelievable.
I think you
but,
like to like these things that people don't like.
I think
you're a positive contrarian.
I don't think so. It's just like, look, I laughed. I'm not saying it's a great show, but like I laughed during it.
All right, well that's fine, but yeah, I mean the bar they're a victim of their own success. You know, the bar was so high.
But that doesn't make it not funny.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's like they're very funny actors with funny writers, and like maybe the writing isn't as great as it was, or the premises are a little different, but like there are funny parts in it for sure.
Yeah, but you know, it's like I'd rather just watch an entirely different show than a bad version of
bastardized version of your show.
Yeah. But we do have our subtitle shirts on. Yeah. Dance music playing for John. Awkward laughing for me. So go get your subtitle shirts. If you are team subtitle, this is your official uniform. If you are team subtitles and you always use subtitles at home, closed captions, you have to have the official gear. So buy the hoodie and let us know. Let's make a submission form, Nick, for other subtitles that you want to see on a shirt, and like the most popular one wins.
Okay.
Also, we need to get our music submissions. So we're not allowed to use music anymore as our intro. So The Greatest Show and Kid Cudi's not allowed anymore. So I wanted to get an original KFC Radio theme song made, and we've gotten a couple submissions of people making real attempts. Apparently, we've also just gotten idiotic ones.
Yeah, we got a few that are just voice notes of people just screaming and whatnot.
I'm leaning towards those.
I was gonna say, can we play one real quick? Is there a way to at least get a taste of one?
Yeah, I got it. The email for that is kfcradiointro@gmail.com.
kfcradiointro@gmail.com. If you have an idea for our intro, it could be, a well-made theme. Nick's been playing like a generic beat at the end of our shows. Have you heard that? No, because you don't listen to our shows.
Never.
Neither have I. I'll pull it up here if I'm even subscribed. At the end of our show, it's like a pretty cool beat.
I'll play it through the TV right now.
Okay, I want to see if you can tell me what song this sounds like, because it definitely sounds like a song.
Just kidding. I don't have my hard drive.
Like a rap song that I'm about to sing along with it, and then I just don't.
Smoke weed every day.
No, that was funny.
Gangster's Paradise.
No, I mean,
Runaway.
You haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just guessing.
Is it like the last 20 seconds? Like how?
Last minute and a half.
Like Young and Wild and Free.
Oh, I was gonna say Trick Daddy, Good Day.
What's Trick Daddy, Good Day?
Trick Daddy? Because today's gonna be a good day. And that's not Trick Daddy. That's yeah, it's Roots. It's but Trick Daddy has a song like that too. And all my problems gonna go away.
Oh yes, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, okay. I didn't know that was by Trick Daddy.
No, it's not. But Trick Daddy has a song like that. It's Nappy Roots. Okay, this is Nappy Roots. What's the Trick Daddy happy song?
Well, I think he's got a lot of but what are you talking about? Nappy Roots, Good Day?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Let's begin now.
Yes, this is it.
I can't believe I just got a rap question right.
I can't believe it either.
Unbelievable.
And that it was Nappy Roots. That's not.
I was his.
All my people go. Yeah, that's the exact song I was thinking of. So good job by you. Never in a million years would I have guessed that's Nappy Roots. I thought the Nappy Roots fell off the face of the earth after they did. Oh no, hell no, man! Y'all done up and done it.
I don't know that one.
You know?
I was at a show last night. I was at a comedy show, and
You don't know this song? Oh, we can't even do this.
I was going to say you're playing music. And I can't. Yeah.
But I was at a stand-up comedy show, and this guy was, he's a black guy with long dreads, and he's talking about how his grandma loved his hair, and it's because he looked like that rapper from the Fugees, and I was like, oh man, like that's pretty cool. And I was like, Wyclef. And my grandma was like, nah, the one who did the miseducation, and I started laughing. And like no one else really had laughed.
Yeah.
And he's like, hold up.
You got the joke?
He's like, you know the miseducation? And I was like, yeah, Lauryn Hill. And he came over, gave me a pound. He's like, I've been doing this for a lot of white crowds. No one gets that. And I was like, really?
Well, wait. First of all, that's very cool. I've never been called out in a stand-up comedy.
Oh, I was called out very often last night.
Yeah?
I was.
Well, once that happens, then you're...
Well, I was literally like, okay, so I was at it's called Prohibition Comedy, and a lot of like our guests have been on it before.
Yeah,
And they were just at Factory.
Right.
They were at
Your
my
spot,
bar.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll check this out.
Yeah.
And because it's our bar, and I
Yeah.
was just like, yo, I'm gonna come tonight. And I guess they were thinking like the place you want to sit in the comedy is front
Front and
row.
center?
That's where I was sitting to the mic.
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
Like
and you're sitting there with your stupid face.
I was.
And your mustache.
And my mustache, guess what? Someone was doing Chauvin jokes, thought I was a cop. And they were like,
no.
you look like a fucking cop, huh? And I was like, no. And then they're like, all right, what do you do then? And I wasn't going to say, like, I'm a podcaster.
Yeah.
So I was like, and they go, fucking cop.
That's funny. I mean, I get kind of what you're saying, but you either got to have something on deck or just tell the truth because you can't go, oh, I don't know what I do.
Yeah, I wasn't
Fucking
saying
cop.
it. And then there's another one where they're like, people like someone's doing a bit with like no one really meets famous people. I got a great famous person story. Like who's like, have you ever met a famous person? And they
You?
asked me.
Oh, man.
And I was like, and I was sitting with Rudy, and I hit Rudy. Rudy, you answer. He goes, fuck that, you answer.
Who do you think?
I didn't say anybody.
Like, what's the biggest obnoxious, you could have... Imagine if you were just like, well, yeah, I mean, I met David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez.
I
Bryan
wouldn't even
Cranston,
know.
like-
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
even
know.
know like who to say.
I know.
Like, I wouldn't have any idea. I should have been like just started listening like stand-up comedians.
Right, all of them.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, like everybody.
But it was very fun. It was a good show. But yeah, it was
But,
it was
okay,
the
but,
opposite of like the Zack Snyder thing.
Yes,
Where it was
yes.
like, I'm Zack. And I was like, I'm not doing
I'm
that.
not telling you who I
Because I'm
am.
not Zack Snyder. So I'm just going to shut my fucking mouth.
Yeah, because
We have the worst job in the world because it kind of sounds braggy, but it's not braggy at all.
But also, if you were to be like, oh man, it's yeah, I'm on KFC radio, and they'd be like, who the fuck is
What
that?
was that?
Yeah. Somebody might be like, oh wow, no fucking way, but somebody might be like, shut the fuck up, I don't know what that is.
No, I did. I followed a few of the comedians after, and
Uh-huh.
like two of them did reply, like DM me right away, like I thought I recognized you.
Cool.
So they cool.
But second half of that, by the way, like knowing Lauryn Hill is a like crazy thing now.
I guess,
I mean,
and
I guess
then
it's
I
a long time ago, and I guess I don't know.
It was my dad's favorite rapper.
Yeah,
And,
I mean,
so he was the guy was like he was like.
Did you say that? You said
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's my dad's favorite rapper growing up. My dad would like sit me down and listen to the Fugees.
I mean, that's surprising, but like not. Like the Fugees is fucking unbelievable music, and she is one of the greatest rappers. Not like she's definitely the greatest female rapper of all time, but like one of the greatest rappers. Period. Like
I think my dad's favorite rappers were Rage Against the Machine and Lauryn Hill.
It's a shame that she absolutely hates white people, but she's great.
The guy was like, he's like, ah man, your dad's got a past. He been up in Harlem, hasn't he?
That's great.
It was
funny.
stand-up comedy man is very fun.
It's the best. It's always the best.
Like I don't think I learned about it until like 5:30 or 6 o'clock. The show started at 7:30. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go check that out.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Great time.
The prohibition thing is awesome. Natalie Cuomo was there last night.
Yeah.
She's the hottest girl in the world.
She's very pretty.
She is so hot and obviously like a great stand-up. But boy, those tats and everything, like goddamn.
Yeah, well, I remember when just like I think she was on Are You Garbage, and she
Yeah.
was just like, yeah, I have to like cover up a lot of my like ex's tattoos because I just get their names tattooed on me.
It's like, oh, John's in love.
I think she said, and I don't know how much of it is a bit and how much isn't. She said she has 7 coffins tattooed on her because she covers them with a coffin.
Every time they break up. Wow. I hope that's real. Do we have an example here to play, or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the one that probably won't make it, but it's very fun.
See, the more you say that, the more I think this is going to become our theme song right now.
So, from CJ Brown, my friends and I wrote this song when we were high off our asses and recorded it on his cell phone. Quality isn't great, but I think everyone and the rest of the crew will be down. Here we go.
Whiskey Dick, what can you do? Whiskey dick happens to me and you.
The other night, I was at the bar. Started talking to a girl, got her to my car. I was fine to drive. Got to my place. I got her some wine and she sat on my face. Got her upstairs and into my loft. Give her a scare when my Johnson was soft.
Bro, who's good enough to drive but not get hard?
What
I don't know. Been there.
Whiskey dick happens to me and you.
This is
I
a
was
song
in
about
the
whiskey
car
dick.
Singing a song. Came home to my girl. Looked the
KFC Radio needs a song. I got it.
Yeah.
Way
Guys,
too long.
get over here.
We went to my room and we ripped some bong. She grown impatient. She wanted my shalom. She took off my pants, but she couldn't find my dong.
Whiskey dick, what can you do?
I mean, also just.
Whiskey dick.
This is like we're like halfway done. We got a long way to go
This
here.
is a ditty. This is a full song.
Niagara, Cialis, Standra, Staxon. I've tried them all, but my willie stays flaccid.
I've never heard people less on beat than this in my entire life.
Whiskey
Dig all
dick,
together now.
what can you do? Whiskey dick happens to me and you. Whiskey dick, what can you do? Whiskey dick
This
happens
sounds
to
like
me
a fucking
and
chant
you.
at a sports game that's gone past 3 times. And everyone's looking around like, we still doing it? Like, are we going another whiskey dick? All right, whiskey dick.
Ryan Brown, you said something? I don't know. CJ Brown? Yeah.
CJ Brown.
TJ, I appreciate you, babe. Thank you.
You know, I don't know. Listen, I don't think it's going to be the theme song for our podcast because, it's like inspired by KFC Radio, you know, but it has nothing to do with our podcast other than our dicks don't get hard. You know, maybe it does have a lot to do with our podcast.
Do you want to do another? This one's a
Yeah,
little
give
bit more legit.
Yeah.
Here. I forget which one it is. He sent
do a couple.
all the he sent all the stems, so some of it's just like
Yeah, that's fine.
vocals and stuff. Hold on.
KFC Radio. You want advice from us? So what you wanna know? Get ready for some hot takes.
Get ready for some hot. I thought he was going to say, like, sex.
Yes, I did too. I couldn't understand any of the words.
Yeah, the beat was cool.
Well, if you want just the words, we got that right here.
Wow.
Where is it?
KFC Radio.
I'm down for that.
So what you wanna know?
I think that coming in and out of interviews, or maybe
I like the KFC Radio. I don't know. We'll put that somewhere. We can just drop that in and out. We're gonna play with one more. Just pick a random one. Or was there any other ones that you thought were good or particularly bad? Some part of me wants to hear the really.
One guy just
bad.
sent me a Spotify link to like somebody else's song. Like, I'm like, all right, you didn't get what we're saying.
You are failing this exercise, sir. It's like, yo, man, here's this
That was
Lauryn Hill
Ryan
song. It's
Fine,
awesome.
by the way.
What's that?
That was Ryan Fine, by the way.
Okay. KFC
I
Radio.
haven't previewed all of them. Let me see. Oh yeah, no, that's just
That's the Spotify.
just DJ Shadow.
I think we're gonna end up getting a great song or a very funny song out of this.
It's not Spotify.
That's just.
Yeah, no, I don't.
People are just sending links to songs. Guys, we don't need help finding songs.
This one is like this guy just makes music, and I think this is more for a movie.
Wait a second. This is awesome.
Yeah. Put this with the whiskey dick.
Whoa.
I mean, this is hot.
This goes. got something, boys. I think we got something.
That is-
particularly that beginning, that.
Sound like a gong getting hit.
Yeah. We should make a video doing that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we need some vocals. So we just need that dude Lewis Music to lay some vocals on. Does he have other shit there? He has multiple ones.
Yeah.
Play. Let's play another one from
That
him.
one was superhero.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that felt like the beginning of like the DC movies for some reason.
This is Championship.
Okay, so he's got one sound here. He's got one instrument. Okay, next. Well, the last one. There's 3 there, right? This is Final Showdown. Okay. It's okay. We gotta diversify a little bit here, Lewis. I just want to hear the beat drop on this one. You know what's wild? The fact that guys like John Williams and Hans Zimmer like are really good at that. Like, it sounds stupid to say like they're good at making music, because obviously people can be good and bad at that. But the fact that they're good at making instrumental movie music, where it's like all those songs were good, and they sound very dramatic for like the final showdown, the final scene of a movie. But like the Hans Zimmers and the John Williams, it's just like that much better. Where it's like I don't know how or why.
We got the next Hans Zimmer here.
Huh?
We got the next Hans Zimmer here.
Maybe.
We don't know. We don't know what scene those movies were. Those could have been for the opening of DC.
That first one felt like
that was good. I
like where like I'm picturing like it's like I don't know, the darkness and light and like coming into the shadows. Like that was bong. So, all right, we're well on our way. If you got any, you want to make a Whiskey Dick song, you want to make a very dramatic song, you want to make a rap song, you gotta, like that one beat was okay, but you gotta have like some words about like the show, or not even much, but you gotta say something like KFC Radio. You gotta say the name of
if it was a TV show where you did like an intro where we could just put goofy images on that.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Well, we could have a
YouTube?
YouTube opener. Yeah, watch on the YouTube and subscribe. But
We have one.
oh yeah, we do. We do.
have one. I've
Yeah, we
actually
do.
seen
Yeah,
it.
that
I've
one.
seen
That
it.
one I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. All right, Nick. What, you want your work respected and stuff? Jesus Christ.
People respect it.
Today's show is brought to you by Lightboxer, by the way.
Oh,
Johnny Lights out.
You guys.
They call him Johnny. They call him One Punch Johnny. I'm surprised that. This thing must be able to take a beating.
It can. Yeah. I've made sure of that. It can take a hit for sure.
John's been just beating the shit. John's like punching the sides of it and the
I've hit it so
machine.
hard it went into my wall and put a hole in it.
Yeah, so the wall broke, but
the wall broke.
The Lightboxer
did not.
So Lightboxer is a boxing machine that has you got a big stand. You stand on it, and then it's got six light up pads that you punch.
And 2 more for uppercuts.
On like the bottom or something?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's sick. This thing is really awesome.
Yeah, it's
It
cool.
is.
It's like a toy. It's like a fun, like, it's like if somebody got me like a rowing machine, I'd be like, thank you. That's very expensive and it's a good piece of equipment and like I'll exercise. But somebody gets you a Lightboxer, it's like, oh, this is cool.
It
like,
is. Boxing is hands down the most fun workout because you get to take a bunch of anger out. And I've like gone to boxing gyms and shit before, and it's like super intimidating.
Yeah, when you go to a gym, like the guys at Mendez Boxing, and like I know Eric Kelly wanted me to work out. And I know it's a great workout. It's like I'm just really not that interested in you guys like judging me for being really shitty at boxing. You know, like I need the beginners room or something, or I could just do it alone at home with the Lightboxer, where it turns into a little bit of a game. It's like Simon Says, where you gotta or the game Simon, where you put you gotta follow the patterns of the lights. So it lights up and you gotta hit each one, and then it measures how hard and how fast you're punching and how accurate you are. So all your stats get recorded, so you know if you're getting better or worse. So it challenges yourself. It keeps your statistics like you are, like an athlete, like a boxer.
And it is the best having like just someone just be like, okay, you can go another round. You can keep doing this. I'm like, fuck yes, I can.
Right.
You're right.
Right. It pushes you, right? Yeah.
And you just fucking burn the calories. It is melting off you. I am feeling much better now than I did. I've probably been doing it for like 2 or 3 weeks.
What do you think is more important, the physical part or the mental part?
Physical.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I could see getting the violent aggression out being very important too.
Okay, yes, I see what you mean. I meant I thought you meant like the scorekeeping of it, which is awesome and gets like, but the
And even like the, follow, like go this or this, is like, there's like a little bit of a puzzle element. But I'm talking about like,
you feel it fucking stick too, and they're like 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, and I'm like,
that is cool.
I'm like, all right, I can hit that.
That's cool.
I feel like I'm getting Mr. Miyagi kind of.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I'm gonna get in a fight
All of
like
a sudden.
one day, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, look who's fucking juking, jiving, ducking, bang, bang.
John's gonna be like in a bar fight, and they're gonna be like, "You want to do this? You want to do this?" And John's gonna be like, 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 1. What'd you say? What'd you say? I said 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 1. And the guy's just on the floor.
And I'll be like fucking like Spider-Man after he gets bit by a spider. After like looking at my hands, be like, I didn't even know I could do that. Holy shit. It's just in my brain.
Did you know? You probably might know this already. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Do you know what I'm about to tell you? Nick knows. Yeah. The scene where he catches all the food on the tray. He did that.
Oh, I could do that.
Took him. No, you couldn't.
Yes, I could.
Okay, let's get a fucking tray. I'm gonna throw a bunch of things in the air.
Okay, how about this? So when that came out,
There's no way you could do that.
I was working in a pizza shop.
There's no way you
I
could
was
do
working
this.
in
I
an
don't care what you're about to tell me.
Italian restaurant, and it was.
John caught like one thing once.
Nope. This was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's not the same. It's not the same. So I probably couldn't do that, but maybe I could. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It was someone knocked over a glass. Like it was like one of those, like you see in pizza shops, like the red Coke cups.
Yes, yeah,
right?
plastic. Those are great cups, by the way.
Yeah, great cups.
Carry a lot of ice and yeah.
And someone knocked it over, and I grabbed it as it was like falling, and then I went like
Caught
this
the ice?
under the table, and caught like 8 cubes of ice. And people were like, "What the hell was
cool.
that?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was."
I
awesome.
was bit by a spider in
I
a
was
lab.
like, I'm not even gonna try and play that cool. That was awesome.
So that's what I thought was interesting is, and I know you're acting, so you probably got to keep your cool, but it said it took him like 156 takes, and
I would be like, let's just CGI this guy's after 5.
That's what I'm saying. And again, actors, I know, so they're gonna try to get the shot. But like Kirsten Dunst is just like, ooh, like she gets hugged because he hugs her and does it,
Yeah.
And she keeps her cool, and he's just like, whoa. I would be like, it's like these kids when they do their TikToks for 1,000 shots in a row and they make it and they're like, yes, I did it. I mean, the joy you must feel when you finally got that. That must have been him wanting to do that, because if the director was like, all right, like again, I'd be like, no. CGI this shit.
We've been doing this for 4 days. I think was another way to do it, right? Let's
or
put it
like
on a
just
string.
cut the fucking scene, or like I catch one thing, but he catches like the plate, the sandwich, the this, the that, the cup, like everything. It's wild. 156. I'm like, I feel like that's not that many. I feel like that would take me literally forever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I learned my lesson with the Marty Mush challenges. Like I used to be like, that's gonna take you like never infinity, and he took him like 7 tries. When he threw the pencil into the 2-liter bottle, that was nuts. So anyway, Lightboxer.
Yeah.
Lightboxer. Go to lightboxer.com/KFC and you get $100 off your Lightboxer purchase. God bless you. Are you mad at yourself?
Huh?
What,
My back just hurts so bad.
Oh.
Like that.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, I could do that.
He caught the bowl on top of like the juice box. It's crazy.
Are we sure?
I don't know if I believe it. It sticks to like the.
Yeah, there's no way he did that.
Yeah, no way.
I mean, I saw it on Reddit, but
Like
the
bowl
apple
goes
doesn't
the
really
wrong
roll
way.
around. By the way, I saw fucking 5 minutes. I got to tell you something. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Involving an apple. Lightboxer.com/KFC. Get $100 off your purchase. It's a great fun workout machine. So lightboxer.com/KFC.
You will not. Okay, I'm issuing a challenge to people for Lightboxer.
Okay.
Get a Lightboxer and someone show me you punching at a 5 out of 5. Because I've been trying to get a 5 out of 5 punch strength, and I can only get 4 out of 5. And I really want 5 out of 5.
And John can throw a punch.
And I like taking a workout easy so I don't get too tired. Where I'm like,
are you like crow hopping and throwing it?
I'm not like crow hopping, but I'm like I'm punching as hard as I
you
can. And I just want a 5 out of 5.
But what's the difference? Like, if you like tap it, do you get a 1? Like, what's the difference between like a 4 and a 4.5? You know what I mean?
It doesn't. I've never seen a middle number.
Oh, okay. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're getting a lot of 4s?
I get exclusively 4s. My first workout, I got a 3 out of 5 because I didn't know they were keeping track of it. So like I saw at the end, I was like, oh well, that's not happening anymore. So I just unload on it now, and I still have yet to get a 5 out of 5.
John hangs up the phone after a conversation with his mom, and he just starts fucking pow, pow, throwing 5s. That's all you got to do is get Polly wound up.
Well, actually, that did happen the other day where Polly and I got in a bit of an argument, and it's not her idea. It's just an idea that it's been gnawing at me for a while, and she said it.
Okay.
And it was just like someone's gonna catch hands over this. Might as well be you.
Might as well be my mother. I'm gonna have to beat someone's face in. Might as well be mommy.
It was. She said we were talking about I don't know like something like my diet or some shit like that, and she dropped the line on me. A lot of like I don't know if it's vegans or influencers or whatever they are use it, where that unless your mother moos, you should not be drinking milk, because humans are the only species that drink the milk of another animal.
Will you like moo for me, bitch?
No, Kevin. I was like, do you realize we're the only species that do so many goddamn things, and maybe we're the smartest species, and maybe just fucking take our advice for one time. Like, oh, no one else in nature does that. No one else in nature drives cars. No one else in fucking nature drinks beers. No one else in nature has a Snickers bar. There's so many things that we do that no other idiot animals can do. Stop. Why are we playing down to their level?
How about this? No other animals talk.
No, yeah. No, we're the only species that fucking talk English. Yeah, oh, shit. We're the smart ones. Listen to us. We think milk's good. Milk's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's like playing down to your competition.
Maybe fucking monkeys should be drinking cow milk.
We're the apex competitor, right? Apex animal, apex predator, whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
You take advice from us. Hey, fucking rats, go start sucking cows' dicks, and then maybe you get fucking big like us and smart like us. Maybe that's what it's been.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. It's infuriating.
Now I will say.
We're the only fucking species that watches movies. How about that?
Right.
Pretty good way to pass the time instead of laying in a fucking field of grass.
We're the only species that has like an alphabet, has numbers, that talk, that do math, that go on the computer. That
if you want to give me an argument that's not good for you, come with something other than humans are the only ones who do it.
Yeah, I think the argument is just that it's really fucking weird.
Yeah, well, weird, fine, whatever. It's also delicious.
I don't compare it to to like. I think about this all the time with everything. Like, who was the first person to be like, see that big bag hanging at the bottom of that cow it's got those 4 dicks hanging out of the bottom?
I bet if I put a hole in it, some cummy juice would come out.
Yeah, and then let's drink that. That'll be good. Like, what the fuck? My dad used to drink like milk straight from the cow when he was a kid because he was living like in the sticks of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's some badass shit. That's
that is
illegal.
Some gross shit.
Yeah, that's raw milk.
And he was like, oh,
unpasteurized. That's
like,
the good shit.
He was like, you ever have like father son, like son, you ever have some unpasteurized milk? I was like, no, Dad. No, and he's like, oh yeah.
You realize we live in the Bronx, right?
Like, I've never even seen a cow, dude. Like right now, I don't even know if cows exist. I'm just taking your word for it.
I think there's like the only cartoons on the side of a milk carton.
Yeah, the only animal I know exists are the 30 stray cats that live on our block. I'll drink cat milk. That's all I know. Dude, we used to live Schofield Street on City Island in the Bronx. I'm not even kidding you. 250 stray cats on our block.
Why?
At least. All day and all night. You just
Did you eat cat food before bed?
It was like Catwoman. It was like, when Catwoman's like in the alley. And
I was doing Sunny.
Oh, no, I was thinking the actual Catwoman.
I have 10,000 rats outside because I have 10,000 cats outside. Yeah. You think you have the cats because the cat food, Charlie? No, I have 10,000 cats because I have 10,000 rats outside.
God, I miss Sunny. It's got to be somewhat soon, no?
I would think
it's been like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Usually there are a couple years in between. God, that's gonna be great. Like a new season of Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta find out and do like another ramp up. We've done like a big thing for every season. Yeah, it's just tons of stray cats. God, that sound like haunts me. And they would fight because they were strays and shit.
They would fuck too.
Yeah, well, that's why there was 250 of them. And then, but you would never see a kitten.
They'd eat them.
Yeah, probably. You know when everyone always says like, "Where are the baby pigeons?" It's like, oh, they're probably in the nest, you know. But the cats, like, where are they? Down in the sewer or wherever the fuck they live.
Some
like,
homeless guy's blanket.
Cat house, yeah.
Pissing on some homeless guy's blanket.
But it is, yeah. So like the first person to drink milk, really. Oh, my dad used to go, yeah, we'd scoop the top, the cream off the top. Like, cream rises to the top. Like that's what they're talking about. I was like, ugh. Give me the cold,
if I
pasteurized
the solids out of my milk.
Yeah, it's like, you know what that's called? Like that's like sour milk, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. What? I just saw a girl put an apple in her asshole the other day, and it was just, it was fucking insanity. And it was in the title.
Fuck a segue.
It was in the title, so I knew exactly what I was getting into. But she put a fucking apple in her ass and then put like the dildo in. Just was ramming the apple in even further.
Did she get it out?
Yep. It was a struggle, but it got out. It got out. It got out.
Not easily, John.
Did I come? Yes. Dude, Tom Segura was on Rogan this past week. He was talking. It's so gross, but it was so funny. Tom Segura says that when he comes, minimum 12 shots.
What?
Upwards of sometimes 17. And he said his whole life growing up, like, and the way that Tom says this is just like he has that like same cadence that he does. He was like, I mean, every girl I hooked up with like in my entire life was always like, dude, it's so much cum. It's just so much cum. It was so like, because he said growing up that his friends would be like, he said growing up his friends would be like, yeah, man, like, so like I grabbed a sock for cleanup. He's like, a sock? I need like towels, man. He's like, it's everywhere.
If you're using a beach towel to clean up cum, you gotta see a doctor.
I don't think I would jerk off. I think I would have to exclusively jerk off like in the shower, into the toilet. Like it would never be a dry run like in a...
So like Tom's never jerked off on a toilet before. Like he's never been sitting on a toilet jerking off because he painted the walls.
Yeah, well, he would have to point it down and then it would like fill a bowl and fill up. I mean, because it started... It started off of Joe Rogan was talking about the donkey cum X Factor, Fear Factor episode, and Tom didn't know about it. He was like, "You guys are talking about drinking cum," and then and they pulled it up, and Rogan was like, "Look how much cum that is." He's like, "Looks like one of my loads." And Joe was like, "What?" And he said something like, he's like, the pulsating, like the gyrations, or he uses a word like that. Like, he's like, "Yeah, I do like at least like 12 of those." What is this, Nick? This is from his ATI?
Yeah, he
Did he talk about it?
He alluded to this.
Tom did.
Fuck the dog, I'd be like, yeah, we all got our thing, Would you rather every time you come, it comes out of your mouth, or it's 2-liter bottles worth? I gotta tell you, I already do about 2 liters.
I thought he was joking.
Buckets.
I come buckets.
Absolutely revolting and exciting to whoever's on the other side of it. Like, it's not an impressive piece of equipment, but if you want to see a lot of jizz. Any interns?
First of all, great memory by you, Nick. Second of all, that was a time I thought that was a comic just being silly.
I've never heard anybody say "I come buckets" before. That one's stuck in the brain.
I mean, that is one of those things. It's a good ATI question, kind of like, you grow up watching Peter North, and you grow up watching these guys who just fucking sling it. And I'm always like, that's pretty cool, but it's like, would you want that? Would you want to?
It's so weird.
I'm weird?
Dude, just like the male.
We all,
species.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, don't you fucking single me out.
That's a cool amount of cum that guy's shooting.
Yes. I mean, how gay is everybody? How gay is absolutely every dude? You know, it's a running joke, but it's, you know, everybody wants a big cock in their porn, and I want a lot of cum. I better see that dick just shooting cum. I mean, it's disgusting, but at the same, I wish that I could have that. I would say 1 out of every like 5 times, because I do think it's cool when
I just like to have like a NOS button,
like
like my car, like
yeah,
like all right, this is
right.
This is the big shot here.
Like yeah, like in that what's that competition show like
people are like, yeah, there is a button, it's inside your ass.
It's called your G spot. Put a thumb in there, it'll happen. Yeah. What a cruel joke. What a cruel joke God has played on us. God was like, I'm going to make man, right? And I'm going to make him all sorts of insecure. We're going to make him have all sorts of masculinity issues. And then about 2,000, or how many thousand, I don't know, whenever the fucking Garden of Eden was supposed to start, 5,000 years later, we're going to let them get like sexually advanced enough, and we're going to tell them, we're going to teach them that they got to put shit in their ass in order to really come. and then I feel like the Joker, like, here we go. Like, he just came down one day and was like, let's tell them that the G-spot's in their asshole and really watch them go nuts. I mean, how funny is that to think that the truly straightest thing you can do these days to come is, put stuff in your butt.
Makes me think. Like if you,
oh boy,
like I'm still the NOS button thing, and like say you got a girl, she's on her knees and she's kind of waiting there, you have that awkward face. We're just like, all right, I mean, one of us really got to do something here.
Yeah.
And like, even when that happens in porn, I'm like, you can cut some of this.
Yeah. Well, when he's jerking off,
I just watched the guy jerk off on top of a girl for 3 minutes right now.
Yeah, and when she's like, yeah, baby, yeah, it's like she's getting tired, she needs a breath, her tongue's drying out. It's like, somebody fucking come here, yeah.
But, like, if you fucking start reaching back,
hang on,
and then she's like Ja Rule and Fast and Furious. He's like, Monica, no! After the NOS button gets pushed. No, Monica! Is that how I'm trying to think how he says it.
The NOS button is in your ass.
That is like the... As the car goes fucking screwing by.
The face he does too is like, no! It's too much cum. That's you want to have. So yeah, if you could have a button, I mean, you do, like we said. But if you could just, you've ever had like a session that's fucking great, and then the grand finale is like,
yeah,
and it's just like, wow, that didn't live up to it. I wish I could push like the golden button in that show. You know what I'm talking about? When there's a really good performance on like the X Factor, and it's like, pow, and all the fucking things come from the ceiling. You hit the golden button, boom! Great performance by me. I'm coming everywhere, all over the apples, everything. Where are we at on this show? 5
minutes back.
Yeah, where were we before I did Apple Talk? Oh, your mom. So you hate your mom.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I was saying like we the way we drink milk, the way we make coffee, that always has driven me crazy. The coffee drives me crazy. That we just like found this bean, we ground it up, then we poured hot water in it and strained it through paper to drink. What? Madness.
Everyone's so much smarter than me.
How about the people who...
Well, I think it was all just invented by dumb people.
I think it was all invented by accident. I think these things happen by accident somehow. Like the first person to smoke, I would say, who grabbed this leaf and rolled it up and sucked on it while it was on fire? And I think that's just because like at some point a weed plant got set on fire, someone breathed it in and was like, whoa, we have to figure out a way to like do this, you know? But the idea of like, let me roll it up, get the fire, and suck on it. Crazy town. Everyone is either so much smarter or so much luckier than us.
I'd say dumber. I think it's just dumb luck.
Yeah?
I mean, there's no way that happens on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things
there's still so many plants in the world that like people could be doing things with, but we just don't.
Think about it. Maybe, what if there was another weed out there? What if there was a plant that gives you, you know, a different type of high, a different, you know, it's like we found mushrooms, we found weed.
I don't know, the cocaine plant?
Does coke come from plants?
Coke comes from a plant, yeah.
What is it, a leaf that you just ground, you ground up?
Ground up, and then they put a lot of other shit in it.
Yeah.
But, you know, then they fucking...
Amphetamines and fentanyl and...
gasoline in it and things like that.
How does it turn into a powder? Just you grind up that much?
It's like turned into like almost like a paste. And they let the paste sit in the sun and dry. And then
ever
they
make
kind of
cocaine,
beat
John?
that up. No, I did watch someone make pasta something the other day though.
Well, those are two different things.
It was like tomato sauce. It was basically
Made
they
a
were
paste?
making tomato sauce, like tomato paste, and they were doing it like they just weren't doing the last step of the cocaine part where they
Interesting.
crushed it into the powder. But yeah, I mean, from movies I've seen, I've never made cocaine. From movies I've seen, I think they almost have like saran wrap on a picnic table. And they kind of just like smear it out there in the sun, and then once it dries, they fucking beat it. I think is how it goes. I don't know.
Cool. Some cool shit. Well, even sex, when you think about it, like the first person to, you know, I've always said that what do you think came first, the blowjob or anal sex?
Anal. Accidentally, but anal.
Right, that's what I was thinking, right? And
actually, not accidentally, because I bet the first people to ever fuck was a guy fucking a guy.
No, because there's something instinctual about like.
Well, then
mating.
why were the Greeks doing it?
Well,
I think the Greeks were
they
the
wanted
first
to
people
fuck.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense.
Not at all. Not because there are people before them.
Yep.
I think the first people to fuck were
They were from God, Kevin.
I think the first people to fuck were breeding. I think the Greeks were the first people to like throw fucking parties, like fuck parties. Like everyone else was just like, we gotta have sex to have kids and shit like that. And then there was, don't get me wrong, I think the Egyptians were getting kinky, and I think they come before the Greeks.
True,
but
I would bet the Egyptians invented BDSM.
Yeah, I could see that. Like in a pyramid, you're like
in the Mummy, they seem to like to tie people up.
Yeah,
so
a lot of
strapping
strapping down and whipping and shit like that. I could see all that. I think that the first people were like breeding, and for some reason,
I don't think one person was. Like, I don't think their safe word was respected. But it was.
No, it was not consensual.
Yeah, it was a non-consensual BDSM. But
right. It's called rape.
Yeah, well, I know. I was avoiding it. I feel like we all understood what word we were going for.
I think I've Googled, like...
They invented sadism.
Okay.
The masochism part of it didn't come till later when someone was like, well, if you did it a little less hard, it's actually pretty good.
Like just pull it back a little bit.
Really trying to beat the shit out of me. Like, there's parts I could get down with here.
I think when I had Googled like how do people first have sex, and they all say it was from watching animals. That like they were alive and they would watch animals do that, and they were like, all right, I'm gonna do that too. But I wonder if there was something innate where it's just like, I'm gonna put my dick in that pussy. Like I just know to do that. And then from there, I feel like the asshole's just so close.
Yeah,
I was like, let me try there.
Right,
I think I tried. I've definitely Googled this before. I never remember it. Like the first blowjob. When was that?
It's like when people come to my apartment, they stop by a liquor store first. It's right there.
Yeah,
kind of the same thing.
Yes. The first history of oral sex to the modern. Yeah. So this is what's crazy, and I've read this before, and I just can't believe this is true. Oral sex was not popularized until, give me the date. Give me the, not the date, like the year.
I don't even have a century, Kevin. I'm going to say 1947.
I'm impressed that it's the 1970s.
I was going to say 60s.
I was going to say like the year 1000. You're telling me that there just wasn't people sucking dick way back when?
Well,
as Jackie walks in the room.
I think
I don't like the Greeks were not sucking dick. Yes, they were. The Greeks were getting face fucked, no doubt. I feel like they're floating around the internet. There's these statues They're
Joey tweets it all the time.
yeah. It's like, statues with like water shooting out of them and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
And there's one of like, a guy's head and like a dick going in his mouth, like you watch on porn.
Oh,
the
yeah.
head's over the couch.
It's his own dick, though.
Sure, but whatever. Either way,
I
people
think that
were putting dicks in mouths. You're telling me in the 60s no one was sucking dick?
I think the difference
Come
there
on.
is like people weren't talking about it. So that's what popularized means.
guess so,
think, right?
but
Where, like,
shit, man.
Pop culture, like people were like, all right, yeah, we suck dick.
Oh, I mean, all right. I guess that's if you're talking about literally popularized, meaning we're not talking about it in pop culture. But
But
it's
I think
like,
if no one was talking about something, you can't really
You're not
know if it was
doing it.
popularized. Right? Like,
But,
you
like-
if no one, it's only like shady back rooms where like, oh, only my fucked up friends do this thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, if there weren't fucking people talking about it on podcasts until the 1970s, then, you know.
But yeah, this is what I mean. Like in the year 79 AD, there were like pictures of people doing erotic. Yeah. I mean, look at these caves. People getting fucking absolutely railed in the face. So
I like that. That's a threesome right there in the middle, right?
that's like a human centipede type thing
Yeah,
over
right
there.
down one. There you go. Yeah. I think that's
Hold
you got a
in
suction
here.
cup dildo stuck to the wall.
Yeah. Those are cool. I'll click on those. I'm almost waiting for these little thumbnails to animate like on Pornhub when you put the mouse over them.
Check that one.
Anyway, but so I think there's actually some truth to also the French, like, were sucking dick and getting down more so than like anybody.
Oh, there's 100%. I saw
It was in
a
Boardwalk Empire. They talked about that.
the French. Yeah,
It was it was something in Boardwalk Empire was I think it was like it was on like Paint Me Like Your French Girls. It was like do what the French girls do from like World War I, whatever. It was like,
blowjobs?
Yeah. Do what the French girls do.
I saw actually a BuzzFeed list today. It says 11 ways sex in Europe is different than in the United States.
Oh, Johnny History lesson today.
Yeah,
Well,
and like I could click this, no problem. I almost like I resent BuzzFeed, so I like I
Yeah,
won't click
but this
things.
one,
I saw this, I was like, well, I'm
yeah,
clicking
well,
this.
sometimes BuzzFeed finds a nut. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's brought to you by SA Company, where they provide the best protective gear you need to brave the elements and explore more and more every day. So whether you're out there hiking, hunting, camping, mountain climbing, going for a run, walking through the woods, walking on the beach, whatever it may be, you want to cover your face up from the sun. You want to cover your face up from the elements while it's still breathable and lightweight. That's what SA provides. They got the protective gear for your next adventure that are stylish while effective and not overbearing or cumbersome. So whether you're going to go, like I said, hunting, hiking, fishing, skiing, riding, biking, going out, whether you're protecting from the sun or protecting from the cold, from getting chapped by the sun, getting chapped by the wind, I feel this would be great for skiing.
It's I can confirm.
If you live in if you're talking about in any dry areas, if you're like in the desert type area where there's just sand, wind, dirt flying through the air, get yourself an SA face covering. One size fits all. They're all machine washable, lifetime warranty. So if your mask doesn't work or doesn't live up to the expectations, you can return it for zero risk. So brave the outdoors with SA face shields, providing breathable protection. When you go to safishing.com/KFC, you get 5 face shields for the price of 1. That's safishing.com/KFC, and you get 5 new face shields for the price of 1. That's a $150 value for just $24.99. That's buy 1, get 4 free. That's BOGO. That's BOFO. Buy 1, get 4 free. A little bofo on that ass. safishing.com/KFC. All right, teach us, John. The ways that Europe sex is different from America sex.
It's no secret that the United States has a weird relationship with sex. Have you heard this?
What's that?
The United States has a weird relationship with sex.
Yeah.
The media is seemingly obsessed with sex and nudity, yet a large portion of the country preaches a very conservative approach towards sexuality. We are very confusing. Europe, on the other hand, is way less uptight about sex. This was highlighted by a Reddit thread where user Irish Muff Dragon asked Europeans to share some sexual normities
You know what?
in their
I'll
countries.
just say real quick. Are we weird and uptight while fetishizing sex and all that. Yeah, I'm be running around with Irish muff dragon titles. No, so
No, we're running out with pretty much worse ones. We're
like school shooters 469.
Yeah, I was gonna say communist cum daddy 69.
Man.
Okay, one. From my experience growing up in Sweden, when I was younger, it was more normal for guys to go down on girls than girls to go down on guys. Some of my exes and friends that I knew only tried a little bit and not often until completion.
That's interesting. Because that's for sure the opposite here.
It's definitely the opposite.
It's
here.
getting better, I feel like, or I think I think it's become more 50-50. I don't think it'll ever be.
I think I used to eat more pussy than get my dick sucked.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me.
I think I was like 16 being like, I'll fucking eat you out in the backseat of the
Well,
Range
there's
Rover.
two things going on there. That's I think that's you being like I know like I feel like going down on a chick is like an ace up your sleeve, where it's like a secret weapon or like a last resort sort of thing. You know, it's like if your dick can't get hard or you don't know what you're doing or things aren't going well, I'll just bury my head in there and do a good job. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a fail safe. It's like when all else goes wrong, you can go down on her, and you know that she'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you're saying, but I win the whole shot. I don't care. I'm like the rabbit.
I don't know. What are these things you're saying to me? You win the whole shot. I'm the rabbit. What is that?
The whole shot is the start of a race.
Okay.
So like, I want to be the guy in front. So I'll be like, in the rabbit, I'm talking about the rabbit versus the hare versus the turtle.
Okay.
Whereas like I sprint at ahead.
Okay. So
like,
I'm going down on you.
I
and
come
I'll go
out
first.
guns fucking blazing.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get my fucking tongue in your lower intestine starting fucking 5 minutes in.
Okay.
And then,
Fair.
And then after that, whatever happens because I already know like things are good already.
That's what. Okay. I definitely feel.
Then
like
I'm playing with house money.
That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Okay.
That's definitely what I do. Where it's like now I can last long, I can last short. You might come, you might not come. I might not get hard, but whatever. Like you could have the best performance or the worst performance ever, but you're good.
You want to take the anxiety out of sex? Fucking be a Swede. Go down on that puss first.
Put that on the quote of the day calendar for 2022, please.
Be a Swede.
Be a Swede.
That's why fucking Amy Teagarden, fucking Julie Taylor wanted the Swede so bad. She
knew
read
you could eat
this
dogs.
thread from Irish Muff Dragon.
Jesus Christ. By the way, we just hit 4 o'clock too. It really is. I think there's something totally about like that's like when you know when you want to get all your work done and your chores done, and then you sit down to watch a movie or whatever. You're like, I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
That's eating a chick out.
Yeah.
It's like,
all right, now
I can
finally get my dick wet.
Yeah, yes. And it's like, I'm going to fold you up like a pretzel and do all sorts of wacky shit that's not even enjoyable for you, but you already came. So you no complaints. All right, number 2.
Imagine if that worked the same way on the reverse. Where if it's like, all right, a guy already came, now I can do what I want. And I'd just be like, I'm twisted in a like I can't even touch my knees. And like I'd be like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
That's what sex is for a lot of chicks. Where it's like, so you're just gonna like bend me in ways I don't bend while you sweat on top of me. Like
I have a better idea. Throw me off the roof. This sucks.
Here, how about you just kick me in the head instead? Can you touch your elbows?
Can I touch my elbows?
No, elbows together. Yeah, I just
wasn't
this
easy,
totally unrelated. I was watching a Tank Sinatra video, and someone commented, "Can you touch your elbows together?" And he was like, "Absolutely not." And so I was just dying laughing, and I commented on. And then we were texting, and he was like, "Bro, I can't." He's like, "I can barely wash my face." He's like, "I can barely reach." He's like, "Touch my elbows," and I can. I have no problem. I have no muscle. I have nothing stopping me. So he was like, he got to like here, and his elbows were like, he was like even close. Continue,
the
sir.
hinges on a door being pulled the wrong way. Having sex with your significant other as a high schooler in your house with your parents' home, and your parents are just cool with it.
That happens in Europe?
Apparently.
I believe that because my first girlfriend, that international slutty girl, her parents, the whole family was, Scottish and international, and we used to fuck all the time in her house. Yeah, There was no. She was a couple years older, so like that was in play as well. But we were still like young and in high school, like freshman, sophomore, junior, sophomore sort of shit. And there was no curfew of any sort, and we would just go down in her room and just like fuck. We weren't like moaning and screaming and shit, but it was like very obvious what was going on. And I remember like it started to kind of like it just kind of became common. So like we would be at my house and we'd be like laying on the couch and we'd kind of be like spooning and like touching or whatever. Nothing sexual, but just like touching each other. And like I remember my mom, like my grandma was over the house once, and my mom was like, "What the fuck? Like, clean it the fuck up." I was like, "Sorry, my girlfriend's parents let us fuck." I don't know what to tell you.
This sounds like absolute hell. Like I'm thinking about like when you were playing over at your friend's house, and, like you're in the backyard, like playing basketball or football, whatever, and you come in, and their parents are like, "Oh, looks like you're having fun out there." Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh my god, they saw me strike out. What the fuck? Like, this is so embarrassing." And like I come up from the basement, and they're like, "Ooh, Sally had a good time." Like her dad knows I don't even fuck her right. Jesus Christ.
Not only do they know that we have sex, I'm not doing it right either. I can't even throw down.
Yeah, her dad knows I ate her pussy just so I could fucking just so I could get like dick her a little bit because I wouldn't do it. Like, that's the problem that would lie with me. And then guess what? I'm never fucking again.
Bro, you have so many issues. It's crazy.
Oh, do I, Kevin?
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't either, but I definitely have never worried that my friends' parents saw me strike out playing in the backyard.
I mean, like, if I'd be like, it sounds like you're saying that condescendingly, Cheryl. Why?
We're not competitive enough.
Yeah. Your son struck me out.
Yeah.
You're fucking proud of that? Big fucking deal. What's the problem with it? And yeah, I'm sure she was just saying, like, looked like you guys are having fun. But I took it as her subtly belittling me because her son struck me out.
Next up.
In the U.S., nudity seems to be always seen as sexual, while in Europe it depends on the context. A mixed gender sauna without clothes is common and non-sexual in many European countries.
I mean, that one I think is weird. Like I think I'm okay with that.
That one we are right.
Yeah.
Because a naked body is sexual.
Well, that's what they're saying is that's not true.
But no, what I'm saying is what they're saying is not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a not true off. And I'm gonna fucking get the last word on it.
I see what they're saying, but it's just like, I guess it would be better if it wasn't. Like I don't know. I see both sides of it.
I'd probably be a lot less horny.
Well, that's
like anytime
if I see a naked, if you're walking around and you're naked with your dick hard, then it's a sexual thing. If you're just walking around not. I think you should, the point is that you should be.
Dude, an unloaded gun is still a fucking weapon.
True. Facts. You know what's weird for girls is there's no, a naked, I can't tell, There's no warning sign for a girl. It's like you see a hard dick, run for the hills, Tom Segura's going to come buckets on you. The girl, it's, there's no change.
Yeah, she can just squirt on you at any moment. All right. Because of poor insulation and design in England, it is normal to hear your neighbors have sex. Well, yeah, same thing in fucking New York.
In New York, yeah.
In New York,
get over yourself, England. We hear each other fuck here too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe in fucking Omaha, they don't hear each other fuck, but we're a little different here. In France, people who have sex together don't necessarily need to label every kind of physical romantic relationship. You can be friends with someone and have romantic moments and go back to being platonic. I think we're kind of there.
Well, here, I have a question for you. So I was talking to this girl and we were talking about like hookup culture, if you will, and how like she was kind of saying that like late 20s generation is like, how did this start? This started with basically the idea that the fuckboy is like a new thing. And I was like, maybe the label is, but there have been fuckboys forever. And she was saying, yes, but that everything, it's like there's more of them and it's more now than ever between dating apps and social media and ghosting and like the frequency and then we were talking about like hookup culture.
Who are you talking about this with?
Huh?
Who are you talking about this with?
This is a girl I was talking to. So it was like that's always been going on, but because of technology with the phones and the apps and the sites and shit, that it's encouraging more. Like there's less relationships. I think the generation after, I think Gen Z is the young one, something like that, is like more monogamous. and then our parents were, but they're like in the middle because like everybody was just like fucking, and nobody would label it. Everyone was afraid of relationships. Everybody was ghosting. Everybody was just hooking up, and I didn't know about it. I mean, I'm like, what do I know? She was talking about like her generation, her people. So I was like, you would know better than me. But I feel like that's one of those things where it's like the news now. Like, the world's so terrible. It's like, no, you just see the news every day. So
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
So I think that guys have been like fucking girls and ditching them, and people haven't been putting labels on it, and they've been, no strings attached, trying to, all that shit, you up texts and shit forever, but it just wasn't like as obvious or known. But then I was also thinking that maybe like iPhones and shit did enable it more, where you are able to, like 3 a.m., your night's over, where it's like you can call the landline, but you are able to be like, you up, come on over and smash.
Right.
Or you are able to hop on, Craigslist in the beginning and now through like dating apps and shit. So I was wondering if it's real or just we know about it more.
I would think we know about it more, and then they're publicly shamed more and made to go viral and that kind of shit. I would think,
like the accountant dudes down bad or rape dogs and all these things where it's so much more in our face. But guys in like the 50s were like, you want to go steady, and then they would smash you at like the lookout point and then leave you, ditch you the next day.
Talk to you in school anymore.
Right.
There's nothing you could do.
I would think, but it's an interesting whether it's actually happening more or just we know about it more.
It is weird that you said that like Gen Zs are now more monogamous. I don't know if that's true.
Neither do I. These are things that,
Yeah, you heard one
the
time.
study
whatever.
says or whatever.
But like, it is weird when you think about like the butterfly effect of stuff. Like even reading this list, like Puritans moved here in I don't know what year, to be honest. The 1700s, we'll call it, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And then like they set in motion like laws and religious restrictions that then hundreds of years later
dictate today.
Mean like it's weird to see like a nipple.
Yeah.
That isn't in your mouth.
Right.
Like, it's like that's that, and then the butterfly effect. What made me think of that is like Gen Z saw us for 15 years on the internet and be like, this people,
is weird.
They just fuck everyone.
Yeah, they're mean and
they're
rude to each other.
and they hate each other, and none of them are happy.
Yes, so I'm gonna have a girlfriend. I'm gonna date this boy and be like nice and happy.
It's like I always think like little things where I'm like, there's no way that's actually gonna matter ever, and then like
all of a sudden
it does matter. The puritanical restrictions I've found in this country literally still have an effect on this stuff right now.
Right.
So they're like, and that's hundreds of years later. So just maybe like a little law right now, like that's gonna matter big in 10 years, whatever. And like that sucks.
Yeah. That's why you got to trust that we're making the right rules and shit.
Public sex
what
is
number
very
are we on right
normal. We're on 6.
Second half of Johnny history here is brought to you by SimpliSafe. So whether you're trying to protect your husband or wife, or it's just your hookup late at night, or when you got a house full of people or belongings or anything of value, you want to protect it, you got to have SimpliSafe to make sure that your house is as safe as possible while not breaking the bank and not wasting all your time setting these up or having technicians come to your house. SimpliSafe, in just 30 minutes, you can have the safety and peace of mind you need to know that your loved ones and your belongings are all safe from burglars, from fires, from floods, from earthquakes, and anything else that threatens your house. You can have the police, the fire department, EMTs, poison control, all of those things at your house in just seconds, minutes, I don't know, really fucking fast. When you got SimpliSafe security around your house, they mail you everything you need. So you have the sensors, the sirens, the lights, the cameras. You set them up yourself in all the areas you need to protect, and you go.
Probably your fucking basement if your kids are dating a European.
There you go. SimpliSafe.com. If your kids are dating a European, set up the camera in the basement. Go to SimpliSafe.com/KFC
Catch that
Radio.
socialist in the act.
Are there any Swiss kids coming around your house? Any Swedes? Make sure you set up the camera for them. Go to SimpliSafe.com/KFC Radio today, and you can get a free digital camera along with the rest of the kit that you set up around your house in just in under 30 minutes. Nobody, no technicians, no weirdos coming over. You do it yourself with that free camera, plus a 60-day risk-free trial. So that means you can try it for 2 months for free, and then from there, it's month to month, no long-term contracts, no gotchas, no long-term nonsense. Just go to SimpliSafe.com/KFC Radio to customize. Number 6 on the list.
Number 6, and one other one I'm not interested in. Well, hang on, it depends. Public sex is a very normal thing here in the UK. Look up dogging. It's a massive thing nowadays.
Dogging, I know this.
Dogging. The practice of carrying out or watching sexual activities in semi-secluded
In public,
locations,
right?
such
Yeah.
as parks or car parks,
Yeah.
often arranged by email or text messages.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Like,
You want to go fucking dog in the park?
yeah, that's exactly what they do. Yeah, yeah. And they
I mean,
just
that's
fuck in the
like-
park. It's like voyeurism and public sex and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like, I think that's weird to be like,
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong.
like you want to go, like, do you want to go fuck in the park? I've fucked in parks before, but to set it up is weird.
Yeah, the whole point of those
fucking
things
in public
is
feels like a,
spontaneity.
yeah, that's
You
the
know,
hot
you're like,
part of
wow, I can't control myself right now.
Yeah.
You know, one time I had a buddy who he was on and off again with this girl forever, and then he had dated a different girl, and she once gave him a watch, and then they were then the ex, like he was getting back with the ex, and they were fighting and everything, and he took off the watch. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. And he like threw it over these train tracks, and she blew him on the spot. Like that was so hot. You just like got rid of that shit from that girl I hate. But that's the kind of shit you just do it on. But to be like, meet me in the park, I'm gonna fuck you.
Is the car park?
But I guess,
especially.
but that's the
Car
thing.
park.
I guess the thing is that we are like, oh my god, because then someone would see you naked and having sex.
I don't give a shit
And
about
these-
someone seeing
and
me.
These
except
Europeans are like, it's
my
okay.
friend's mom, but the like I don't want to get arrested for a nut.
That I think the whole point is that like it shouldn't be and
It should be arrest worthy. I think.
have sex in a park.
Maybe not arrest, citation, the minimum. You shouldn't be fucking in public places.
I'm with you, but I do believe the
Like, I'm at a
argument
Bruins
here-
game. Fucking Marchand scores a nice goal. I can just start fucking dogging there.
No, of course not. But what like if you go to if it was like otherwise empty or some shit, late at night, you're like at a park, it's empty, you're laying on like a blanket and you're having sex with your girl. Should you get like arrested for that?
I don't think arrested. I guess like the night thing. It's like, come on, officer. What are you,
I was,
what are you even doing out here, you pervert? But the
you should be arrested for looking at us.
All right, let's see. We'll go through the next ones are pretty quick, I think. I don't get why the U.S. is scared of nudity. It's almost like stereotypical Victorian era. Meanwhile, my boyfriend and I, not to mention our roommates, hang out naked whenever we can.
See, that's weird.
That's bizarre, you European freak. Like, bro, I don't hang out naked by myself because I can see my own body. Okay, like, I don't want to fucking.
You want to know what's a mood killer and a vibe killer? A
mirror?
My naked body. Yeah. Like you want like everyone's having a good time, smoking some weed, drinking. People are like having fun. Everyone else is sexy, and then you walk in, you're like, so guys, what are we watching tonight? They're like, you and your fucking disgusting skinny fat body.
Dude, I'll be like sometimes if I get out of the shower and I usually have like TV on and I'll get out of the shower and I'll get dry and sometimes I'll just be tired and I'll be like, I'm laying back down.
Yeah,
And
I
I'll be
know.
laughing at a show and I'll look
you see
down.
yourself.
And I'll look down and I'll be like, well, nothing's funny anymore. This doesn't.
Moving.
It's not that, but like also just seeing it. Like it could be, I could not be laughing, and it will ruin the comedy I'm watching. Just knowing what my own grotesque body looks like.
I'm with you, man.
I don't want anyone to see me. If you want to sit around naked around me, that's fine. No, I'm heavily judging you. Not the idea that you'll be there naked. Just what I'm seeing naked.
yeah.
I'll be thinking like, boy, that is.
Can you believe that people have
fat
sex with
pussy.
you? Can you believe that people have sex with you?
Can I believe people have sex with me? Yeah,
It's not that deep of a
I guess I can.
Ken?
Yeah,
Like
over 6 feet tall, Kevin.
I know, but I had this,
There's literally one rule in the world now, and I fit that one.
I'll pose this question to you. I did it with Shane Gillis. It'll be on the Kevin Clancy show next week. Would you rather be 6'3" and you have a claw, a fucking deformed hand that's like this, like a monkey paw, smaller than usual. It's permanently like this. It's useless and it's rather scary, like a monkey paw. Or you're 5'5".
6'3".
Yeah,
I'll just cut it off.
Like no. Which is another question. I'd rather have one arm than have one hand.
Yeah,
than have
I'll
a
just
paw.
cut it off. I'll get like a fucking cool hand.
Well, I'm not gonna let you do that.
You're not gonna let me do that.
I'll let you have a hook.
Okay.
But you can't have like just a functioning robot hand. That's cool. I would, if you could tell me I could get robot hands, I'd cut both my hands off now. Like I'd be like fucking Will Smith and iRobot. But the fact that no hesitation, no questions asked, 5'5",
5'5" is small.
5. Would you rather be 5'6"?
No, because that's not much bigger.
5'7".
If we're talking like the 5'8" to 10 range.
No, 5'7". 5'7" is kind of like I think that's actually like kind of an average thing or whatever. 5'7" is a number that floats around.
Who's 5'7"?
Dave.
You were 5'7"?
Yeah.
Oh, Zach's. I was going 5'7" then.
Yeah. But yeah, you're better than a monkey paw. But like 1 inch shorter than Zach, you're like, give me a monkey paw.
It's all. In
Isn't
the
it funny? Like
number,
just
yeah.
like 5'7", no doubt. This much less than 5'7", give me a deformity.
Even I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might be back to a 5. Because does that mean like Spider's 5'5"?
Yeah.
Like I love Spider.
Spider's a short king.
Yeah.
But like Spider, God bless him, if he wasn't at Barstool and all, like I don't know, if Spider was just like came out of Fordham and was gonna be one of those pussy posse guys from Fordham, like I feel like Spider really found himself and became confident and popular and funny and all that.
I think Spider was always like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hope so. But I think a lot of people, like, because of this, you're like, I'm 5'5" and this sucks. And you don't even, like, get the confidence that you need to overcome being, it's a vicious cycle, you know what I mean? But, I mean, the fact that it's just like, you even could be cool, confident, popular, like, whatever, but, like, there are certain people who just won't even, like, look your way, won't even click on your profile, won't even swipe on you. You are just out.
I think that's more of a meme than anything in reality.
I don't think so at all. I don't
Really?
think so at all. I think that's one of the most realistic things in the world. There are girls who just won't even consider you if you're absolutely.
Yeah, you're probably
That's so
right.
real.
You're probably right.
And they'll be like, yeah, give me the guy with the monkey paw.
All right. Uncircumcised penises. Yeah, we know. That's
Yeah, you got. Well, but guess what? Oh my God.
We're the normal ones.
I had such a weird session the other day on the computer.
Session, huh?
Yeah. This girl was like chewing on it,
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
and he held it like open,
Yep.
and
Seen
she
that?
like, kind of like,
Like tongue swirled.
yeah.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's we talked about this when you said I think
But
you
you know
had
what's funny
Manuel
is,
as
like-
your number 1 porn star of all time.
Who? Yeah, Manuel.
Manuel, yeah, like
he's
I
done that?
said,
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I said Manuel's got a girthy dick on him, but it's fucking really, really disturbing to watch people bite his foreskin.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. It is funny that I'd be like, oh my God, you swirled your tongue around that. That's absolutely vile. But I'll lick your asshole. Whatever, man.
You can legally have sex at 15 in Denmark, and as long as the age difference isn't enormous, it's accepted.
You wrong, Denmark.
Yeah,
You wrong.
Well, but like again, no, but again,
No.
like I don't know why in America we think everywhere is 18. It's nowhere is 18.
Yeah,
like
but-
they're
but-
definitely say. I'm gonna Google this again, and I want the government to know it's not. It's for fucking a podcast, okay?
No, but there's certain things. You can even make the argument for drinking, where it's like younger kids drink wine at dinner, and they get to know alcohol, and they get better with it, and so they drink more properly. Like, I think that you start sexualizing kids and teaching them young shit and letting them do shit at a young age. I don't think it works that way. I think it just is weird.
In almost every, so I don't know if they're giving exact things. Okay, so yeah, let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 11 states in the union with the age of consent being 18 or above. So like we just think everyone is 18. It's
but
like
you know what
nowhere.
it is weird? The thing about like getting parental consent is what nobody these days is like, hey mom, I have a boyfriend who's 18, like I want to fuck him. Can you sign off on these papers? So it's like, yeah, legally there's one thing, but also just practically there's another. You know.
I'm trying to see. It's 16 in most places, also with close in age exceptions.
Yeah. It's terrible. But,
Excuse me, but there is no
But
15.
I'm not with Denmark on that one.
There are no 15s. They all start at 16. I thought there might have been a 15 or two in there. Excuse me. Last two we got. No, I'm sorry. Last one. You can change into your bikini without a towel at the public beach and no one will die. Yeah, we kind of just touched on that too with like the Puritans. Sorry. Also, if I
That
see a
one
nipple,
I'm
I'm not
totally
gonna
fine
die.
with.
I'm just gonna see it.
But also, that's not even necessarily sex shame. That's like more like body shaming. Like you got to be hot if you want to do that. You know. Even just fucking straight up wearing a bikini. God, it sucks to be a girl. It sucks to be a guy too, though. I don't want to take my shirt off anymore. You know. You know what we should do? We should go back to those olden days where you wear like the one piece T-shirt into the shorts bathing suit that are like black and white striped. I'm gonna start wearing the Three Stooges bathing suits. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah,
like
awesome.
the black and let's do that for the summer. We're gonna get some of those. Nick, remind me to buy some of those off Amazon. Let's do a quick Am I the Asshole and then our voicemails. Am I the Asshole today is brought to you by. No, never mind. We'll just do. Yeah, okay. Am I the Asshole today is brought to you by Truff. Yeah, there we go. Let's buy those. Men's. How much is that? $54 from the Historical Emporium. Done. Yeah.
Those are goddamn prison suits.
Is that a one piece or two? Short and short. I would like it to be a one piece, but I will wear those. Everyone's like, let's get our 2.5-inch inseams for the summer. Fuck you. I'm wearing the Three Stooges onesie. Yeah, look at that. A fun shack. An old-timey bathing suit. Get me a Victorian swimsuit. That kind of shit, you jump in the pool with that, you drown. You got tons of fabric that's just weighing you down.
But it's also a bathing suit costume. I don't want a costume.
I want the real bathing suit.
Functional.
Yeah, I want it to look like that, but I want it to be the bathing suit. Truff. Truff is the luxury hot sauce brand that has taken over the internet and that's going to take over your meals. Every meal you eat now can be enhanced with a little bit of Truff. Truff hot sauce. It's truffle infused, and you know truffles high society.
Truff is the stuff. Who's got the truff?
Dr. Seuss over here spitting bars. What do we got? Bam.
Truff.
Black.
Truff is the stuff. Who's got the truff? Truff. Is the stuff. Who's got the truff? Truff.
We got the black truff.
Truff is the stuff. Who's got the truff?
We got the white truff because we're inclusive, and then we got the hotter truff. This is black truffle with the extra hot kick to it today. I like the black truff. I think most people like the white. I think I'm different and I like the black, but I don't know that for sure. But I like the black truffle for sure. And I will shoot you straight. In the past, I'm on record saying that I think truffle is overrated. And I when you put it on French fries and stuff and it's heavy, I don't like it. But this has the perfect amount because you still get it's hot sauce, so you still get the kick. But the truff adds some flavor to it. So it's not just spice. It's like a nice new flavor. It comes in this fancy golden box. It's the stuff.
It's the stuff.
It's the Truff stuff.
This is the stuff right here.
And you can put it on all your food. Gets delivered right to your door. It's that luxury hot sauce brand that you don't want to miss out on. Go to Truff.com. Use the promo code KFC and get 15% off site-wide plus free shipping. They said, this stuff is awesome. Yeah. Truff is the stuff. Truff.com. Promo code KFC, 15% off your order. Am I the asshole today? We'll rattle through a couple of them real quick. We'll begin with, am I the asshole for threatening to kick out my sister-in-law after she became vegan? I know the title. I'm 32, female, currently divorcing my soon-to-be ex-husband, 38. Even though we're not together anymore, I'm still very close with his sister, 27, female. Boy, that's a whole other fucking thing.
Yeah, that's a big.
I think you're an asshole for that.
That's a big bag of nightmares.
We're gonna call her A, the sister. A lost her job during the pandemic and couldn't pay rent anymore, so I let her move in with me since I have a pretty big house. I mean, that is weird. Your ex-husband moved out, his sister slides in. This is jacked up. I don't want any money for it, but since she's staying at my house 24/7, I'm working a 50-hour job. We made an agreement that she makes food for the two of us. It all worked perfectly until 2 days ago. She said she wants to go vegan and won't cook meat anymore. Now, hear me out. I regularly have to lift heavy objects at my job. What kind of 32-year-old female is lifting heavy objects? So I need my meat to stay in shape. I also this is my house, and I don't want to be forced into a diet. I started shouting at her and said she can pack her things and get the fuck out. She started crying and called me a psycho. Yesterday, her parents called me and told me I was too harsh with her and that I'm the asshole. This is lunacy.
What? Wait, so she moved into her house and said she was not allowed to have her own meat in there anymore?
She moved in, said, you don't have to pay me rent, just cook for both of us. She said, okay. Then she's like, by the way, now I'm going vegan. I'm no longer cooking meat. I'll just be cooking vegan. If that's basically your form of rent in an agreed upon living situation, you can't go vegan.
No, like
you can go vegan, but then you got to cook meat over here.
The meat over here. Yeah. I mean,
but this is fucking insanity. The parents of your ex-husband is calling you to say you're being too mean to my daughter, the sister of your ex-husband, because you want to kick her out of your house. It's your fucking house. You're insane for letting her move in the first place. But if you want to do that, fine. You have some sort of agreement on the rules of your house, and she's going to live by them for free. Then she can't go ahead and change the rules and say, I'm not doing it anymore.
And also, like, why are you so, like, there are definitely
nuts.
fucking vegan chefs who cook meat.
Yeah, well, that's
right? Like it's your fucking job.
Wait, no, I don't think so. Right?
You don't think so?
No, vegan is like you can't ever be like alive or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they eat it, but they cook it.
Oh, they cook. Yeah.
Right? Like,
right.
just-
So, yeah, it's like you got to cook 2 meals now. I don't know. Like it's extra work for you, but you live here for free. You shouldn't live here at all because you're the sister of my ex-husband. Everyone's the asshole here. Everyone. ETA.
Why would you? I mean, I guess if you're like homeless, that's one thing. But I don't know. If you're homeless, maybe stop making the choices you think you should be making.
Yeah, like you need to stanza this and go against your gut on everything.
Like, all right, I'm gonna be homeless, so like, worst thing I should just move in with my brother's ex-wife. Be like, you know what? These are the kind of decisions that got me to the place I'm at right now.
Right. So let me go the opposite of
somewhere
that.
else.
That is fucking nuts, man. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my boss inspect my bathroom usage? This is a part of a long series of events, so I need to start at the beginning. What I do isn't really important. All I can say is that I have trouble with a coworker, and often this person has a habit of trying to boss many of us around. Mind you, we have totally different positions, and our jobs are of equal standing, and we're both at the bottom of the totem pole. So I refuse to take orders from them. My boss, the one at the top for reasons unknown, this person does not use even any punctuation here. For reasons unknown, tried to protect them and has been trying to find an excuse to fire me. Last week, my boss... This person sounds paranoid, and I'm sure she's going to be the asshole. Last week, my boss blamed me for a clog in the bathroom. He claims he watched cameras for 5 hours, and I was the only person to use the bathroom, a claim I know is a total lie. He claims I must have made the clog. Well, today my stomach was upset, and as I often do, use the restroom on my break. He saw me enter. I was in said restroom for about 10 minutes, major Hershey squirts.
Yeah.
And he came in and stood in the restroom.
Is this a guy or a girl?
For about 8.
I don't know why I'm picturing this as a girl.
So was I.
I'm picturing guy now.
Now, definitely. But I did start as a girl. Probably because he's being a little bitch talking about boys being around at work and shit. He came in and stood in the restroom for about 8 minutes. I know it was him because I peeked under the stall and I noticed who came in did not. This person has a mental deficiency here. His shoes were easily recognizable to me. After I finished my business and turned around to flush, he approached my stall and demanded I let him in before flushing after I was decent. I refused. He said he needs to inspect my droppings. This is not real. His exact words to compare them to the clog from last week. I immediately flushed them and told him I would not allow such an invasion of my privacy, and I would be calling HR. He is now trying to write me up for refusing to cooperate. My friends and his family, as well as a few coworkers, insist my behavior was wrong and only makes me look guilty. Edit, I would like to add that this is not an April Fool's prank. This happened on the 31st. I mean, if your boss is saying I need to inspect your shit to compare to last week's clog,
honestly, dude, I'll let anyone who wants to inspect my shit. I don't fucking care. You're the weirdo. I'm not.
I can see my shit.
I'm not inviting people to do it, but if someone's like, I need to see your shit, I'm like, all right, go ahead, freak, flush it when you're done. Like, imagine that. I'd start calling him my personal flusher in front of everyone in the store. I'd be like,
I shit, this guy flushes.
Yeah. Hey, Rick. Hey, go hit the bathroom. Make sure you get in there, flush it afterwards. You fucking pussy.
Be there in about 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, you little fucking pervert. You want to go check my turds? I'd make a big scene of it. I'd make a big stink of it, Kevin. I'd be like, every single time I was taking a shit in that office.
I'm done. Yeah. Come wipe me and flush.
Come on in, Ricky. Not front to back, you know that, or back to front.
But if someone,
penis for getting an infection.
If someone was accusing you of clogging the toilet and they were going to use that as evidence, and you flushed it rather hastily, I would think that you are acting guilty.
I mean, I wouldn't, because I have an understanding of how the human bowel system works. Like, you taking different shits all the time.
Sure, but maybe not.
Like this fella here had the squirty squirts. That's not clogging the toilet.
I think that if you had... you can have different shits every time, but if those two shits do look the same, then it's coming from the same body.
I don't think so.
There's never any chance that you and I are going to have the same poop.
Oh, I bet
no
for
way.
sure.
No way.
Absolutely,
not
Kevin.
like identical. It's like a snowflake, bro.
It would disagree.
I think that there's a chance.
I think
if there's two shits that are identical, it's more likely that it's coming from the same person than different people.
I mean, first of all, you're not going to find an identical one, but I think we can have the same style of shit.
You can have the same style.
Yeah, you can have a floaty bonoti one night.
A floaty bonoti.
Yeah, you got the Hershey Pershies.
You're just saying rhyming words now. The poopy whoopies.
You could have a
the
little,
brownie townies.
Oh, the pellet wellets. Come on. Who hasn't had the pellets?
Last one. Last fucking one. Am I the asshole for enforcing my kids' friends to follow the same phone rules as our kids? My kids are 17, 14, and 8. The 8-year-old does not have a phone, but my 2 teens do. The rules are they're not allowed to have their phone in the bedroom alone or the bathroom during any time of the day because they are jerking off. Right? If you're not allowed to have it in the bathroom.
Oh, I thought she said that.
Yeah.
They are jerking. They will not stop coming buckets all over this house.
And at night, they bring us their phones to me and their dad, and we lock them up. These rules are mostly because I know how vile the internet can be. I've had younger siblings who grew up during the rise of the internet tell me horror stories, as well as I clearly remember things that I saw on Omegle as an adult. I don't really want to risk any of these issues with my kids, as well as it helps them not procrastinate, yada, yada, yada. Last week, my oldest had a new friend come over. The girls were going to my daughter's room, and so I asked for their phones. My daughter looked embarrassed, but handed over her phone. Her friend then asked me what I meant. I told her of my rule, and she told me that she wanted to keep her phone. I told her then they could stay out in the living room. The girl got a little bit irritated, but they ended up staying out in the living room. The hangout then turned into a sleepover, and I called the kid's dad and talked to him a bit about the rules. The dad was a bit skeptic of our rules. We often get that, but he agreed. He told me he would relay this info to the mom as she was working. Nighttime came, and everyone gave me their phones except for my daughter's friend. She said that she felt she was more comfortable keeping her phone in case of an emergency. I told her if there was an emergency, she can come wake me up and my husband up. She told me that she didn't really feel comfortable with the case, but I said, this is the rule, no questions asked, period. She called her mom in another room. I could hear her crying, and while I felt bad, I stood my ground. The mom apparently had just gotten home off of work and talked to the dad and thought that our phone rule was creepy and invasive, and told me that just when she got to my house. She said that I should have let her daughter keep her phone, and that she doesn't need to follow her rules. My oldest is now embarrassed and really upset with me. Even my husband thinks I should have relaxed a little. Just to clarify, the girl knew before sleeping over that they turned their phones in before they went to bed. She also knew her phone was included. She said she was not randomly blindsided.
Let me paint you a picture here.
Sure. Paint away, Picasso.
You invite your daughter's friends over to the house for the evening. And you say, everyone give me your fucking phones, they're going in a safe. You'd be arrested on the spot.
Absolutely.
You'd be absolutely arrested on the spot.
Totally not.
You could do it, then you have to be like, I said, Shay's friends because this is about children, but like, it doesn't have to be a child. It could be an adult.
Anybody.
Some adult comes to my house and like, give me your phone. It's going locked away.
I even think I understand why, but like when Chappelle takes away phones and stuff, I think that's weird. I think that's like I understand there's a purpose for that, but it's like it seems like a liability. It seems like and I actually don't I don't have a problem with that being the rule at home for the kid. Like I get it. I think it's a little bit extreme. But there's a lot of weird shit on the internet. You don't want them being alone with it. You don't want them seeing some of these things. You can have that rule. You cannot enforce your rules on strangers, on other kids.
Well, no, I disagree with that. I think I'm not okay with the rule in the house. But I think if you're okay with the rule in the house, it's kind of like you're okay with the rule for everyone. Because then, like,
I think you can do weird shit to your kids, like give me your phone. I don't think you can do that to other people's kids.
I don't think you can do it to your own kids. I think it's just like setting.
You don't think you can restrict your kids' phone time? I think that's a very common thing.
I think it is, but I think it's just weird that it gets locked up. Like, all right, I mean, like, I can't.
I guess so, but I
like, why are you locking it up?
That might be extreme. Well, I guess it's like the kids sneak down and grab the phone, but it's like you can have a bedtime. That's weird, telling people when to go to bed.
Yeah,
you do that to your kids. You can't really do that to like other. That one actually, I do feel like it's lights out like 10 o'clock in our house, as long as it's not like something bizarre, like you're making the kids go to bed when the sun's up. But like, I don't think that's an example of it's my house, it's my rules. Like some things, sure. We take our shoes off in my house, like little things like that. But I think nowadays, what's funny? Like everybody has kind of bought into like even my mom usually makes fun of me for like being on the phone too much. She's like our generation's on the phone too often. But also she's like you should maybe look into getting one of those phones like for Shay, like an emergency one. And I'm like, and she says like you always gotta have your phone on you in case there's an emergency or something. I'm like, what did you do like 15 years ago?
Right.
Were you just worried that there was always going to be an emergency and I was not able to... Yeah.
Got kidnapped.
People, yeah. That was it. We were just gone.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think. I think you can do it to your kids. I don't think I would, but I might have some variation of this rule, certain amount of time or whatever. Probably not. I used to say there's gonna be like screen time for the iPads, and now I'm like, raise my kids for me. Here you go. But I don't think you can make other people's kids do weird shit like that.
I mean, if it's the house rule, it's the house rule. If they know about it, don't come sleep over.
Yeah, that needs to be like.
If you're approving the house rule, I would let my. I'd be like, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know.
I think
I would not be. That's why I'm going to be an uncle and not a father.
But I also that's a good uncle way. Yeah, but I think like she agreed to do the living room thing. She was like, my rule is like you don't go in the room by yourself with the phone. And she was like, okay, fine. And then so like meet me halfway. Let me just like put my phone next to my like the bed at night in case something happens or whatever. How old were they? Did it say? Because also, you know, there's always that kid who like wants to go home from the fucking the sleepover. You know.
I don't think there's a good age here. I don't think like if you're
young,
12, then it's like well like they want to text their mom at night or whatever.
Yeah.
And if they're older, then it's like well they're fucking 17 years old. Let them have their goddamn phone, you psycho.
Yeah, I mean I guess it just depends on. It's kind of like your parenting style. But then I do think if you're gonna have like a house rule, that's got to be like known ahead of time.
She said they knew.
She knew like then, like that day. I feel like it's got to be like, you know, when you go over to their house, you don't get to go in the room by yourself, or you don't get to sleep with your phone. And then guess what? Your friend never has a sleepover. Mm-hmm. And then what you do is you drive your daughter to go to the other people's house where they have parents from Switzerland and Sweden who let you like fucking bang in the middle of the living room and film it with your phone and then post it on your Snapchat. All right, voicemails. They're brought to you by Roman. You know, I'm sure there's one thing that the Europeans and the Americans can agree on. Roman swipes making your dick last longer. Because whether you're doing weird, kinky European shit.
Whether you're circumcised or not.
I wonder if you put the swipe, you got to like put the swipe underneath it. You put the swipe on the... Like, which part would you swipe?
Yeah, swipe the whole bang.
Yeah, you got to swipe the whole thing.
Pull her down before we get the top. Let her rock.
What a
you animals.
How about that? Would you rather be 5'5" with a clean dick or 6 foot with a hooded dragon?
I'd be okay uncircumcised.
Really?
I mean, I wouldn't be my favorite thing in the world.
Certainly not. I think I would go short.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
What I would do is I would be short and I would make sure that I became friends with a 6 foot uncircumcised guy and would always keep him around and be like, we do all the work together and they'd be like, I got a normal dick. I know I'm short, but I got a normal dick. And then they pick you every time. But whether you got the good dick, the bad dick, the big dick, the small dick, whether you're European and American, whether you're gay, you're straight, whether you're a guy, girl, Roman swipes can make sex better for you and by making that dick last longer with a medically proven but non-prescription approach. It's the Roman swipes. You open them up, you rub them on your dick. It desensitizes your shit so that you can still feel sex, but you aren't gonna pop off early. So just enough, but not too much. It doesn't transfer to your partner. It's safe. It's medically tested. But it's still non-prescription. And the best part is it's only $5. So when you go to GetRoman.com/KFC, you can get your first month of swipes for just $5. That's GetRoman.com/KFC.
Left a voicemail, and I think I need to rephrase it. My best friend and I are debating if our guy friends know what our hot qualities are. I think they always know, and then eventually they tell you. She thinks that they have no idea, and then one night you show up in leather pants and they're like, oh shit, she has an ass, or something like that. And then I recently hooked up with one of my guy friends, and he was like, I've always been into you, so that's why I was like, yeah, obviously, but I think some of them are idiots. Would love to get your take, Viva.
So you girls are wondering if we
guy friends know their like hot features?
Like if they know what they consider their hot features.
Oh, what girls consider?
Yeah.
So like if a girl knows she has a great ass sort of thing.
I would guess yes.
This is just like guy friend, girlfriend. It's just like I think this is like everybody. I think I would be pretty sure if a girl knows if she's got great ass, great tits, great hair, pretty face, good body.
Yeah,
right?
I would think so. I mean, you have to show me a woman who, and then like you
Or
have on the
is
back
this-
of her card
Is this
her
more
favorite
though?
quality.
But is this more like they think that guy friends don't like look at them in that way? Like why would?
Oh, that's right. She's talking about guy friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, your guy friends look at you in that way.
So that's what she's saying, right?
That's what she's asking.
Right.
I think you're right. Yeah. No, we know what your fucking hot qualities are.
It's like, oh my god, I never realized that you have monster tits. I didn't realize that you've got dumps like a truck.
Wow, it's just because we've been friends for so
Eyes
long.
like
I never
what?
even considered your fucking ass.
Right, like come on, come on.
Oh, I averted my eyes every time you walked by. 'Cause I was like, she's like a sister to me.
Yeah.
No, I fucking know.
Like a sister with a fat
Yeah,
ass.
if you don't have my DNA, I fucking know what your ass do, girl. Like that's a fucking no.
Girls are
no
so
brainer.
silly.
Like that's so stupid for you even to say. Like, and also, I mean, you know what your guy's hot friend. Like, you know what his hot features are, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is just like
Right?
Do you
Right?
do you just have like any perception at all?
It's
Like
so easy.
I'm friends with you, so I just have not noticed that you have like rock hard abs and like a great head of hair with like piercing blue eyes or something. Like what?
it's. I mean, that can't be true. Women can't be doing that.
I hope maybe I'm misinterpreting this question or something, but I can't even see where the
Oh, he's just like a
dude. Like I'm so blinded. Like she's all that. We're like
so blinded by his humor. I didn't notice his fucking gray sweatpant fucking dick poking me in the face. He's just so funny and nice.
I've never noticed that ass like fucking wobble while you walk in that tiny dress like because you're a sister to me. Like get lost.
Yeah. Not even. I mean, yeah. Just
Next.
a resounding yeah.
What's up, boys? So I was just thinking about like the stupid game I used to play when I was like a legit like little kid. We would like you go up behind someone and like you stick your thumb up their ass, and we would call it like you Gaddafi them because that dude Gaddafi who died by like getting stabbed up the ass.
That's pretty dope.
And like obviously at the time we didn't even realize like how fucked up that really is to play that as a game and like be laughing about it. So I was wondering, like, what was something you guys would do as kids that was, like, really messed up that you didn't really, like, realize? You just thought it was, like, funny because you were so innocent. All right, Viva.
Well, that's kind of an interesting paradox there. We didn't realize it was funny just because, we didn't realize it was fucked up just because it wasn't at that time. It wasn't because we were so innocent. We were actually the exact opposite. We were sexual offenders. Yeah, and it was just okay.
I think it's almost more talking about the terms that you use. Right?
I see.
I'm sure there.
Beirut.
Beirut's a great one. It's like like that poor country. You just get ravaged with bombs. So it's almost like these ping pong balls are fucking missiles blowing up your buildings. Beirut's a good one.
We played that with Gaddafi, but we didn't do that.
You didn't call it Gaddafi.
No, we call it goose.
Gooch, right?
Goose.
But I think I
No,
learned
you
that
call
from
it what?
Gooch?
No, you goose him.
Goose.
Like, goose!
That's what I mean. I learned it from you. So we didn't put our thumbs up each other's asses. So. Bunch of fucking losers we were.
I mean, yeah, we just sexually assaulted everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a lot.
Yeah, that's
like a real
weird.
lot.
That's
We did sack tap. Like that was
What did we call that? Tased. So I was getting tased.
Scoop and slam. Fucking scoop someone's titty and smack it down.
A guy's tit? Or
Guy
a
and girl sometimes.
Oof.
Yeah.
We had some out of shape guy friends.
It was dangerous to be in the hallways. Like,
yeah, we
This is middle school. I guess it probably stopped like once we were sure everyone's hit puberty.
I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop fingering your butt now.
There was a phase where people ran around pinching each other. You ever
to
do
be titty twisters.
That pinch, like you use like. You don't just pinch.
Snake, monkey bite.
Something
no,
like
horse
that?
bite. Horsefly.
Yeah, whatever it was. It was like that. I remember that. People run around doing that.
I don't remember like offensive.
Offensive's different. Like I remember we used, I think you called it tabletop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just like, we're just going to take your legs out from underneath you and slam you to the ground.
Yeah.
I blew up my elbow. I got a big scar on it because I just landed on the pavement, bleeding everywhere. I was like, great fucking joke, Tommy. I'm gushing blood. Like, awesome. Now, like, I can't use my arm, and I'm profusely bleeding all over everything. The wasps were very dangerous and inappropriate. We talked about that last episode. But as far as the offensive goes, I mean, car bombs we talked about, Beirut. I feel like there was probably some... wigger's a weird term that people used to, throw around, right?
Yeah.
like that. We never, we never would say the other word, but we were casually throwing that around. I'm sure there's probably a ton more. Just calling everything gay was that was a big one for a long time.
The wigger one though, that wasn't innocent. We just didn't care. I don't think I said that one very often.
Well, not it was innocent, but there was like a song. It just was like that meant you're like when
someone redid Jigga with it, didn't they? There was I don't know if it was an actual rapper or if it was a YouTube person, but it was like Wigga, what's my motherfucking name?
Right, but even then Malibu's Most Wanted and Bullworth, it was just like they were like, oh, that's the movie about the guy who's a wigger.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, boy, we realize what this is implying, right? But yeah, I'm sure there's there's gonna be things from our generation that are like, whoa, boy, I can't think of them now other than gay, the F word. A lot of that was pretty common.
That one, yeah. I also didn't know Gaddafi got stabbed up the asshole.
Yeah,
rough way to go.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. Not great. All right, last voicemail.
Hey guys, what's up, KFC? Okay, so my best friend DM'd me on Twitter the other day. Okay, don't ask, we DM each other. Anyway, he DM'd me this and asked me a question, and now it's 4:20 and everything, and I can't stop thinking about it. So I'm just gonna read you word for word what he said, and I need an opinion. So it said, super stoned question I'm writing here so I don't forget, but I also get an answer. LOL. If you were eating a mermaid, parentheses, they are real in this case, what would the flesh be? Would it be red meat or white meat, like the flesh of a fish? Or would it be both and blend together halfway? Or would there be a hard cutoff at the waist where the red meat ends and the fish meat starts, so it's blended? And I can't
half man,
stop
half
thinking.
You're half man, half fish.
We're talking about the actual chicken of the sea now.
Yeah.
Light meat, dark meat, done deal.
It's like if what about the those minotaurs, centaurs? Would it be horse meat or man meat? It would. Well, if you cut from the horse place, it would be a horse meat.
Yeah.
If you cut from the man part, it would be human flesh.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Girls sometimes they try to.
Well, no, that was a question from the guy.
Oh, well, then that guy's a girl. Fucking idiots. All right, that's it for us. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you rate, review, give the thumbs up, both Kevin Clancy Show and the KFC Radio, and give 5 stars, all that nonsense.
Yeah, or else your grandma's going to die tomorrow.
What are you doing, Vince? Oh, I'm just watching a little KFC Radio on YouTube.
Are you subscribed to our channel?
Nah, it's not my thing. I don't...
So you're watching the videos, but you're not subscribed.
Yeah, I love you guys.
But not enough to subscribe.
I don't know where the button is. It's...
Do what you do. Fucking subscribe! Kev, hammer. You fucking subscribe. What happens to your fucking laptop? This is what we do to people who don't subscribe! Ground and pound. Fucking subscribe.
I need a new laptop!